Your toddler just threw their plate across the kitchen. Spaghetti is everywhere, on the wall, on the floor, in their hair. And they're screaming, not crying, screaming, because you cut the pasta wrong. You didn't know pasta could be cut wrong, but apparently it can. And now you're standing there feeling that familiar heat rising in your chest. Your jaw tightens, your fists clench. You want to yell. You want to send them to their room. And here's what makes it worse. That voice in your head starts screaming too. You're a terrible parent. You can't even handle a toddler. What's wrong with you? But here's what most parents don't realize. The next 10 seconds will either end this meltdown or trap you in it for the next 20 minutes. And what you're about to learn will change everything. Because Scandinavian parents discovered something about emotional regulation that sounds almost too simple to work. 3 breaths. That's it. 3 intentional breaths that shift everything. And I know what you're thinking. 3 breaths? That's it? You're telling me that after my kid just destroyed the kitchen, 3 breaths will fix it? Not fix it. Transform it. Let me show you what happens when you try to handle tantrums the way most of us were taught. You see the meltdown starting. Your child's face goes red. Their little fists ball up. The screaming begins. And your brain immediately jumps to control mode. Stop that right now. You're being ridiculous. I'm counting 2, 3, 1, ... If you don't calm down, no TV tonight. Threats, consequences, bargaining, logic. And here's the problem. None of it works. In fact, every single thing you just tried made it worse. Because when your child is in full meltdown mode, their brain literally cannot process what you're saying. The emotional center of their brain, the amygdala, has completely hijacked the logical part. The prefrontal cortex is offline. They're in pure survival mode, fight or flight. And when you come at them with control, with anger, with that edge in your voice, their brain reads you as the threat. So they dig in harder, they scream louder, they throw something else. What could have been a 2-minute release becomes a 20-minute battle. And both of you end up exhausted, disconnected, and honestly, a little broken. You feel like a failure. They feel unsafe. And the distance between you grows. If you've been here, if you've yelled when you swore you never would, if you've said things you regret, you're not failing. You're human. But here's the truth that no one told us. Fast rarely works. Control backfires. And making it stop teaches your child that their biggest feelings are too much for you to handle. But here's where Scandinavian culture figured out something radically different. In Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, there's a cultural concept called lun. It translates roughly to calmness, but it's so much deeper than that. It's a practiced stillness, a commitment to not escalating emotion with more emotion. A cultural understanding that when someone is overwhelmed, they don't need to be controlled. They need to be held. Not physically, energetically. Scandinavian parents don't see tantrums as bad behavior that needs to be punished. They see it as a nervous system that needs support. Let me paint you a picture of what this actually looks like. A Swedish mother in a grocery store. Her 3-year-old is tired, hungry, overstimulated. Walking past the toy aisle, the child sees a plastic dinosaur. "Mama, I want it. Please. Please, Mama. Not today. LSL skling." The child drops to the floor, kicking, screaming, "I hate you. You're the worst mama ever." People stop. They stare. An older woman shakes her head disapprovingly. And the mother? She doesn't yell. She doesn't threaten. She doesn't even look embarrassed. She calmly sets down her basket. She kneels beside her child, not touching them yet, just close. And she breathes. Deep. Slow. Intentional. She doesn't say stop crying. She doesn't explain why they can't have the toy. She just breathes. And she waits. Within 90 seconds, something shifts. The child's crying changes from frantic to releasing, the kicking slows. The little body starts to soften. The mother gently touches her child's back. You really wanted that dinosaur. The child nods, tears still streaming. It's hard when we can't get something we want. More nodding. Softer crying. The mother picks her child up, holds them close. Jag kar her. Jag limnor dig inti. I'm here. I'm not leaving you. 2 minutes later, they continue shopping. No drama, no battle. No shame, just connection. That's Lun in action. And it's built on one core principle that changes everything. Your calm is contagious. And so is your chaos. When you stay regulated, your child's nervous system syncs with yours. This is neuroscience, not philosophy. When you panic, they panic harder. When you breathe, they learn to breathe too. This is called co-regulation. And it's the foundation of everything I'm about to teach you. Because here's what most parenting experts won't tell you. Your child cannot self-regulate yet. Their brain isn't developed enough. They literally, biologically, cannot calm themselves down alone. They need to borrow your calm. They need to co-regulate with you first. Over and over and over. Until their own nervous system learns the pattern. And that's what the Lun method teaches. Not behavior control. Nervous system training. I need to warn you right now. The first time you try this, it will feel completely wrong. Every instinct will tell you to control the situation. To fix it fast. To make the crying stop because it's uncomfortable and loud and everyone is watching. That urgency. That need to make it stop? That's your own nervous system dysregulating. That's your own discomfort with big emotions. But you're about to break that cycle, right now. Here's what you're going to do. 3 breaths, 3 intentional moments. That's all. Let me walk you through each breath in detail. Breath 1. Ground yourself the instant you see the meltdown starting. When the plate has already hit the wall. When they're already screaming. When you're already triggered. Right there, in that moment, you do this. Stop moving. Stop talking. Stop trying to fix anything. I know every cell in your body is screaming at you to do something, but that impulse is the problem. So you interrupt it right now. Take 1 deep breath. In through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Out through your mouth for 6. This isn't woo-woo. This is vagus nerve activation. When you extend your exhale longer than your inhale, you're literally signaling your nervous system. We're safe. And as you exhale, you do 3 things at once. First, drop your shoulders. They're probably up by your ears right now. Consciously drop them. Second, soften your face. Unclench your jaw. Relax your forehead. Third, lower your body to their eye level. Don't stand over them. Get down on the floor if you need to. Kneel, sit, crouch. You're signaling with your entire body. I'm not a threat. I'm safe. I'm here. And here's what's happening in this moment. Your child's amygdala is screaming danger. Their nervous system thinks they're under attack. But when they see you drop your energy, when they see your face soften, when they feel you come down to their level, something shifts. Their brain reads, wait, this person isn't panicking. This person isn't angry. Maybe I don't need to fight so hard. Maybe I'm actually safe. You've just interrupted your own reactivity. You've taken back control, not of them, of yourself. First breath done. 20 seconds. Keep going. Breath 2. Stay present. You're at their eye level now. You're grounded. You're calmer. And now comes the hardest part. You don't speak yet. You don't explain. You don't try to reason. You don't say use your words. You don't ask what's wrong. You simply make gentle eye contact. Not intense. Not demanding. Just soft, steady presence. And then you take your second breath. Slow. Intentional. Let them watch you do it. Here's what you're doing. You're modeling regulation. You're showing them what calm looks like. Some children will keep screaming during this. That's okay. You're not trying to stop the emotion. You're holding space for it. And here's what's quietly happening. Their nervous system is watching yours. They're reading your body language, your breathing rate, your facial expressions, and they're literally borrowing your calm. This is called neural synchrony. When two people are in close proximity, their nervous systems begin to sync. It's biology, not magic. If they'll allow it, you can rest a gentle hand on their shoulder or back. Some children lean into this immediately. Others need a moment. All of that is okay. You adapt, but the core stays the same. You're present. You're grounded. You're not leaving. And here's something most parents don't expect. Many tantrums de-escalate right here. At this stage, before you've said a single word. Second breath done. 45 seconds. One more. Breath 3. Witness and validate now, and only now you speak. But you don't lecture. You don't explain why they're wrong. You witness. Take your third deep breath together. And as you exhale, you name what you see. Simple, clear, no judgment. You're really upset right now. You wanted the blue cup, and I gave you the red one. That's frustrating. That toy broke, and you're really sad about it. Keep it simple. No judgment in your voice. No, but you need to calm down. No, this isn't a big deal, just pure validation, pure witnessing, and here's where everything changes. Because when a child feels understood, truly understood, the need to keep screaming diminishes. Think about your own life. When you're upset and someone tells you calm down or it's not that bad, what happens? You get more upset. But when someone says, wow, that really hurt you, or I can see how frustrated you are, what happens? Something softens. You feel seen. That's what's happening for your child right now. The crying might actually intensify for a moment. Don't panic. This is good. This is release. This is their nervous system finally feeling safe enough to fully express what they've been holding. And then, almost like magic, you'll feel the shift. Their body softens, their fists unclench, their breathing deepens. They might even crawl into your lap. Third breath done. 90 seconds total. That's it. That's the method. Let me break down what you just did. Because this isn't just tantrum management. This is nervous system rewiring. Breath 1. You regulated yourself first. You signaled safety with your body. Breath 2. You showed them they're not alone. You stayed present instead of walking away or sending them to their room. Breath 3. You validated their emotion instead of fighting it, minimizing it, or trying to logic them out of it. And here's the real breakthrough. Their brain just learned a new pattern. When I'm overwhelmed, I'm not alone. Big feelings don't push my parent away. I can fall apart and still be loved. Emotions are safe to feel. That pattern compounds. Over days, over weeks, over months. You're not just ending tantrums. You're teaching emotional security. You're building secure attachment. Now let me show you what to expect, day by day. Day 1, the confusion phase. You try this method for the first time, and your child screams louder. They might even escalate more than usual. They might hit, they might throw something, and you'll think this doesn't work. But here's what's actually happening. Your child is confused. You're responding differently than you ever have before. They're used to you yelling back, threatening consequences. They're used to the pattern, and now you're breaking the pattern. Don't interpret this as failure. This is the beginning of pattern interruption. Stay the course. Keep breathing. Day 2 to 3, the testing phase. The tantrums still happen. Maybe they're even more frequent because your child is testing. Do you really mean this? Will you really stay calm? Children test boundaries not because they're bad, but because they need to know if the safety is real. Keep breathing. Keep validating. Day 4 to 5. The shift. You do your 3 breaths, and something different happens. Your child calms down in half the time. The tantrum that would have lasted 15 minutes is over in 7. And when they're calm, they come to you for comfort. That's trust building. Week 2, the integration. Your child starts to get upset. And before you even do anything, they take a deep breath. They're regulating themselves. They learned it from watching you. Month 1, the new normal. Tantrums are less frequent. Not gone, less frequent. And when they happen, they're different. Shorter, less intense. Month 3, the trust. Your child comes home from school upset, and without you prompting them, they climb into your lap and tell you what happened. They trust you with their big feelings. Month 6, the transformation. Your child is at a family gathering, cousins running everywhere. Loud, chaotic, overstimulating. Their cousin grabs their favorite toy and runs away. Your child's face crumples. The old you would have panicked, would have worried about what everyone thinks. But now, you're different. You calmly take your child's hand and walk them to a quiet room. You close the door, you kneel down, you take your first breath. They're still crying. He took elephant. I want elephant. You stay steady, second breath. You put your hand on their back, third breath. You're really upset. That was your favorite toy, and it felt really unfair when he took it without asking. He's mean. You're angry at him. Yes. And then they take a shaky breath. They look at you with those big, trusting eyes. Can you help me get elephant back? Of course. Let's go talk to him together. Within 3 minutes total, they're calm. You walk back together. They talk to their cousin. That's my elephant. Can I have it back, please? The cousin hands it back. Your child says thank you and goes back to playing. This isn't magic. It's pattern training. Now, let me address the questions you're asking. What if they won't let me near them? Some children don't want to be touched. They'll push you away. Scream, go away. That's okay. You adapt. You stay in the room, but you give them physical space. You sit a few feet away. You stay calm. You breathe, and you wait. You might say softly, I'm going to sit right here. I'm not leaving. When you're ready, I'm here. What if we're in public? If you're in a store, you might need to quickly finish checking out while practicing Lun. You stay calm. You don't threaten, you just move through the checkout, breathing slowly. And then, as soon as you're in the car or at home, you do the full method. What if I lose it? What if I yell? You will. You're human. Here's what you do. As soon as you realize you've dysregulated, you repair. You say, I'm sorry, I yelled. I got overwhelmed too. Let's try again together. That repair? That's teaching them something crucial. That adults make mistakes. That we can apologize. That ruptures can be repaired. Here's what I want you to do. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. The next time your child melts down, I want you to try something radical. Don't fix it. Don't stop it. Don't control it. Just breathe. Breath 1. Ground yourself. Drop your shoulders. Soften your face. Meet their eyes at their level. Breath 2. Stay present. Don't speak yet. Just breathe. Let them feel you there. Breath 3. Name what you see. Validate what they feel. No judgment. Set a timer if you want. 90 seconds. Watch what happens. And I want to prepare you for something. It might feel incredibly uncomfortable at first. Your own nervous system might scream at you to do something, to fix it, to make it stop. That discomfort? That's your own dysregulation. That's the pattern you were taught. Breathe through it. Stay with it. This is your healing too. Because here's the truth. That broken toy, that wrong cup, that cut sandwich, none of it actually matters. What matters is this. Your child is learning that their biggest feelings don't push you away. That they're safe even when they're not okay. That emotions are survivable. that they're not alone, and that changes everything. Your child won't remember every tantrum. They won't remember the spaghetti on the wall or the screaming in the grocery store. But they'll remember how you made them feel when they were at their worst. They'll remember that you stayed, that you breathed, that you held space for their biggest, messiest, most overwhelming emotions, and they'll carry that with them forever. So choose. Choose to be the calm they need. Choose to be the safe place they return to. Choose to be the parent who breaks the cycle. Starting in the next 90 seconds, you've got this. Take a breath. You're ready.